I'm Cupid and welcome to my corner of the internet. Today we will be talking about Yandere Simulator. If you saw the last video, I talked about it very briefly, and now I'm going to talk about it now. Now really quick, I have no idea if this video is going to stay up or not because YouTube lately has been taking down almost any videos with the Yandere Simulator in it, probably because it has depictions of very bad violence in a school setting. And it has the Yakuza and Ryoba's weak thing, because it's technically two games in one. Ryoba, who is Ayano Ashi's mother, and Ayano Ashi, also known as Yandere-chan. Now, I would like to start off by saying I do not support Yandere Dev in the slightest. He is a PDF file, confirmed. He has been working on this game for multiple years and has just started on the second rival when it probably should have been done and dusted a very long time ago. And on top of that, he was supposed to have a deal with a game studio. I can't remember which one it was, but they were going to completely redo his code because of how terrible it is. He denied them and started doing it all by himself like he originally has. And not just that, he says he answers emails every day, he has a job. Dog, people know what you look like. I highly doubt that almost anyone would hire you just because of the allegations you've been given. And not just that, it says in the screen before you play the official game, all people are depicted to be 18 or older, even if said otherwise. That shouldn't be a disclaimer. Because that just feels icky. It feels very gross. You know, if you put your game in a college setting, because some colleges do have uniforms, it would have made the game so much better. You wouldn't have had so much backlash over it. And it'd be so much more of an open concept. Everything a school has, a college has too. And not just that, you could add dorms. What if you had a rival who lived in the dorms? You'd be able to stalk out their windows, stalk out their door to listen to their conversations, and actually get potential info. Even maybe playing a prank or skipping school one day and going to the dorm to steal something from them. It opens the door to a lot of potential. And I feel like Yandere Simulator could have so much more potential than what it has. And almost every single, developer who has tried to recreate it has just randomly stopped or just was never heard from. And I genuinely want a game like it. Being able to figure out information, being able to spread rumors, being able to fight for what you believe in, which is Ayano getting love. And not just that, it would make a lot more sense. Imagining Ayano going through puberty, still not feeling something for anyone, and then going through all their adolescent years, and then suddenly being an adult in college, living on your own, and suddenly you're feeling things you've never felt before. A lot of people find themselves in college, whether it be figuring out what kind of people they like, what they want to be when they are fully, out, figuring out if what they're studying is actually what they do, and so on and so forth. It would make a lot of sense story-wise. And on top of that, because, she would be in college, you wouldn't get the absolute "I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you" from people because you decided to put them all in a high school. And it says, like I said before, that all people are depicted to be 18 or older, even if specified otherwise. I want you to look at all the rivals really quick. One of them is Senpai's little sister. That girl don't look 18. Nor does she look older than 18. That is like a 15-year-old girl. Just look at her. And not just that, have you seen the bad girls? I'm sorry, but the bad girls are like your stereotypical teenager mean girl. You cannot convince me those are adults. And not just that, one of them whines to their father if you try to kidnap her. I believe that was originally, actually, yeah, that might be for Osana now, because that was originally for Kokona, who was the stand-in for the first arrival, who is now Osana. And it doesn't feel like they're adults, at all, because a lot of them act bratty, a lot of them act, certain ways. And not just that, it would be a great idea if the school or college, preferably a college, obviously, would be put in a different part of the world where there are more different kinds of people. Imagine being able to go through a game and you overhear two people talking, and they're talking about their culture, their history, their assignments. You'd be able to learn so much information. And not just that, it makes everyone stand out more if you combine a bunch of different things. It doesn't feel like the same copy and paste, let me just quickly change their hairstyle and eyes, because complexion-wise, all of them are basically the same except for the bullies. And the bullies are just tanned. That's it. And they stick out so much because of it. Which I guess is, the point, because the 5 of them go together. They're tan, they have, a streak of dyed hair. They smoke. One of them's actually good. If you kill the other 4 bullies, she'll suddenly come to school with, no makeup on, and, her hair looks kind of normal. And I'm just like, dog, what did they do to you? Anyway, and not just that, 2 of the rivals is a nurse and a teacher. Why? I'm sorry, but a teacher and a student should never coincide. And on top of that, why the nurse? In her model that they show, she does look very pretty, but at the same time, I don't think a nurse who values their job would flirt with a student. That's a little weird, unless for some reason Senpai gets a crush on her because she's just nice to him. But that also wouldn't make sense, because that means he'd have a crush on every single girl if they were just nice to him. And if it was in a different place, you'd be able to include maybe a guy rival here or there. Different dialogues. You being able to make different foods. And being able to learn more about other cultures. Because one of the things that a lot of people have noticed with Senpai over the years is that he's always reading. Which makes me think he might value smart people. People who are actually confident in themselves and know what they're saying. So that would get Ayano to actually learn about the world around her and actually be able to impress Senpai. And it just genuinely baffles me how much, potential this game had. And it has just done nothing with it. The only thing that I saw that they had added, and it's probably gotten removed by now because it's been a while since I've played, was the cat thing. Because that is an actual murderous strategy. And because of how Ayano is, she would do that. She would happily kill an animal. Bury someone. Put the animal on top of it. Bury that. Just so the body wouldn't be discovered. She would. And that's kind of the whole point. I think the game overall needs to be... It's a mature game, but it needs to be more mature. Because I would like to see a game that actually goes into how far Ayano is willing to do for the people that she... For the person that she loves. And I know a lot of people got, really mad when that update happened. But at the same time, it is true to what the lore is supposed to be. That Ayano feels no sympathy. That Ayano feels no sadness, no pain, no happiness until they met Senpai. Imagine if you were born like that. Not being able to feel a thing for anyone or anything. Then all of a sudden you meet this one person and your whole worldview is upside down and you're suddenly feeling things you've never felt before. A lot of people would do crazy things to keep that feeling going. And that's just how it is. I do hope another game comes out that is like Yandere Simulator. Maybe it'd be less Yandere-ish if we really wanted something that everyone could agree on, and actually be more of like a slice of life, trying to befriend people, trying to figure out what your crush likes. Because it has a lot of potential to become a very good game. But, as we all know, not a lot of good games get a lot of traction. It's like that one Tumblr post I saw about someone wanting a zombie apocalypse farming sim. That was cool.